Jimmy, are we live?
We are live, but you just unmuted me.
I did. Okay. All right. How did that just start? Like 2 minutes early.
I just started it.
Oh.
But they can hear us.
Yeah.
Started it.
Hello.
Hello. We are live. There we go. Okay.
Amazing.
Welcome. Looks like we got 5 people who trickled in here.
Y'all need to invite your friends right now.
Somehow stumbled upon our weird live stream. Yeah, bring your people in. Let them know. Tell them we in here.
There's 2 more. Make sure and comment your name so we know who's here. We got Jackie and Mike so far.
Jay Quellen.
Okay.
Jay Quellen is here.
There's Chris and Cameron.
Yo.
Justin! Good. You're here. Justin. I guess I'm talking to somebody in the back, which you guys don't know about yet, so never mind.
Jay Quellen's like, bruh. Come on, Jay Quellen.
Okay. All right. I'm going to text some girls and tell them to get on, and then we're going to go forward with the game.
That's it. Holler at them. Let them know we are live. And we are.
Text your friends.
Jimmy haircut. Oh, man, if I had $1 for every time someone asked me for a haircut during this COVID-19 situation. Oh, I can't even say that. Can I say that? During this, we call it that bap, during that situation. If I had $1,
you'd have $2.
I'd have a lot more than $2. I'd probably have like $10. I'd have enough to buy me a haircut.
Okay. Is Gary on?
Oh, he owned at Fortnite. Yes, what's up, Gary?
So good.
That's what's up. Okay. Why don't we get it going? And he called that cough. I like that.
There you are. Welcome.
Nerissa is in the house. All right. Are you guys ready for this game? Are you guys ready to play this thing? Are you guys ready to win? All right, because we take no L's out here, okay? We take no L's.
Yes, there will be a prize for tonight. So if you get the most right, Or if multiple people do, then it'll be another raffle. So we're giving Chipotle again.
All right, here we go. Here we go. Oops. Here's the game. True or false? Oh, sorry. This is the game. This is the game. Chill out. Chill out. But let me back up a little bit. This is the game. So you want to move to a tropical island in paradise. All right. Where there's literally no one else for 1,000 miles. Are you guys ready for this? True or false? Coconut milk is the same as coconut water.
Wait, Jimmy, it says the answer right on it.
Why does it say the answer right on? Who does that? Who? Okay. Why does it do that? who did that?
Just cover your screen at the bottom. Don't look.
Yeah, cover your. Don't look. Don't look and then guess. No, I'm just playing. All right, let's go to the next one. Okay, so this one's pretty simple. Which of these is not a real fire starting method?
I'm not even going to answer because I did see the answer to this one, but it was not what I expected. So
let's see. Coke can and a chocolate bar.
That sounds sus. That's a little weird.
Rubbing two sticks together. That's real. Ooh, I got the burps. Oh, I got the burps. All right. Batteries and steel will. I know that's for sure. It's got to be a thing. Y'all saying C?
I don't know about that.
No, I feel like that's a thing. I feel like if we YouTube that right now, I feel like you guys would find that it's a thing. Striking rocks together. I'm gonna go.
That's fishy because I've seen so many movies where they do that together and then it's just like boom, fire.
So everybody's saying C. Okay, but check this out. It's which one of these is not a real fire starting method? I'm gonna tell y'all this. I've been on the internet a while because of this BAP, and I've seen a lot of things, and I think that the answer is A, but all y'all is saying C. So we're gonna see. What? What?
I feel like you just looked that up.
What?
Cameron Kenneth.
That is crazy.
Yeah,
that is crazy. Cameron, you said C. You definitely said C. Y'all is.
Hi, Gary.
Lying in a mug. Okay. Which one of these should you not eat raw?
Ooh,
Seaweed.
I've eaten seaweed raw.
Oysters? Yeah, that sounds like you would.
I think I've eaten all of them, but potatoes raw.
You would eat.
Salad is amazing.
Raw. That is so nasty. That is a Janelle move right there. Eating seaweed raw. That is so disrespectful to your body. Anyways,
I feel like I should say salmon just because whenever I see it in the movies, people are always like cooking it over a fire or something.
Yeah, I don't think any of these things you should eat raw, honestly.
Smeagol in Lord of the Rings like just took a bite out of a fish, and that was weird.
Maybe I'm just bougie. Maybe I'm just a city slicker or something like that. None of these things you should be eating raw. If I find you eating one of these things raw, like me and you, we're gonna have to reevaluate our friendship for a little bit because none of these things are okay to eat raw.
You just kind of like. You like slurp them, and I think they are raw. So I'm gonna.
Why would I eat that? Why would I do that?
I don't know what I'm gonna say. Let's just say salmon. I don't know.
I say all of the above. They don't have no options in this. All of the above needs to not be eaten raw.
All right. What is it?
Oh yeah, Luis.
What's
up, Luis?
Keep track of what y'all saying. I'll go back in the.
I need to put you up here, Luis, because we miss you.
We're happy you're here. All right, Jimmy. What is it?
Hold on.
What?
Potatoes.
Wait. Dang it! I knew I should have said that.
Potato.
That makes sense though. Nobody just wants to eat a potato.
Gastrointestinal discomfort. So you're telling me none of these other things give you gastrointestinal discomfort? You tell me none of these other
do. I have that all the time.
Exactly. That is exactly my point.
Okay, next.
No,
just go to the next.
No, that was 5. That was 5, right?
I don't think so. It was like 2.
Okay.
All right. Which of these should be your first priority? A, build shelter. B, find a water source. C, build a fire. Or D, find food. I'm going to say find a water source.
Oh, if I'm on an island, shoot, fire. Because you got to have that ready to go. You got to have that ready to go before the night comes.
But isn't can't fires attract animals? I mean, I know you have to have a fire.
Yeah, but animals mean food. So if you build the fire, you got food.
A lion comes at me, what am I gonna do? I'm dead.
Man, these are so mixed. These answers are so mixed.
All right, is everyone
saying? Jake Quellen says B. Nerissa says C. Nerissa's smart. Not that you aren't, Jake Quellen. Jake Quellen, you're smart too. And so are you, Chris. Chris, you're smart.
All right, all y'all are smart. Justin says build a fire. All right, what is it?
I'm saying it's build a fire. I just feel like no. Find a water source.
I think I saw that in a movie as well. So
you on an island? There's water everywhere.
For all of my answers.
What do you mean you're on an island? There's water everywhere. What?
Castaway, Lost. I'm sure there's more. I think Mary-Kate and Ashley were on a stranded island once, and they found water. So
I just disagree.
Okay, this is the last. Oh, okay, it's not the last one.
Oh, I don't know. I don't know why I did that. Okay.
Right. This is the last one. All right. Which of these tropical fruits grows on a tree? Pineapple, kiwi, banana, or passion fruit? Ooh. I think it's banana. That's what I think.
Bananas are on a vine thing, aren't they? They're on
a tree. I've never
actually. You might be right.
But I know pineapple is from the ground. Oh, sorry.
Pineapples are from the ground?
Yeah.
Oh.
Jackie.
Sorry, Luis.
Too late. Yes, there are lions on the island.
All right, here we go. Cast your votes because we are going 3, 2, 1. Passion fruit.
Now I want to know where bananas grow from.
But wait, you sputter. Outrage. Banana grows on trees. Wrong. They technically grow on large plants specifically classified as arborescent.
That's a word.
Tree-like perennial herb. Man, I literally said that. It's like a vine. It's like
whatever.
I felt like it was like a man.
Got us all. Did anyone say D?
Yeah, we
said D.
We got bamboozled.
I'll go back after this live stream and then I'll put whoever had the most.
Yep.
And we'll do a.
We will find you, and we will reward you.
Yes, but I also feel like I should reward myself because I got 2 right. So.
No, you should take 1 reward because you eat all them things raw. You should take a reward. That should be your reward. Your reward should be some raw oysters, some raw salmon, and seaweed, and all that. That should be your reward. Anyways, that is it for Treehouse Gaming. I'm out. I'm gonna let Janelle take over. I will see y'all later.
Thanks, Jimbo.
See ya.
Okay, so tonight we have one of my favorite things about this quarantine and it forcing us to be online is that we've gotten to ask a bunch of our personal connections to join and share their testimony. So tonight I have my friend Melissa. So I met Melissa. I think it's been more than a year. Yeah, it's been more than a year now. We met last March at a weekend called Trace Diaz, and I think she's going to share a little bit about that. So I am going to bring Melissa on here. Melissa goes to the church with me, so she is absolutely incredible, and she's going to share her testimony with us. So
yes,
your undivided.
Can you guys hear me?
Can you hear me? I think they can hear you. Yeah. And
okay.
also think of different questions you would want to ask her, and then just write them in the chat. And after this, we will be going to small group, and Melissa is going to lead the small group. So it's going to be really, really good. Okay?
Yes.
Go for it, Melissa. You want to
All
pray?
right, y'all. My name's Melissa. Go ahead.
No, I want you to.
Oh, you want me to what? Pray?
You to pray first. Yeah.
Oh my God, guys, I'm so uncomfortable with doing this, but I'm gonna do it. All right. All right, Lord, I asked you into this chat room, and that you bless all of us and you guide me through my spirit and your spirit to share with these guys my testimony, and just bless all these teenagers and bless Janelle and bless me, and you you are so good, God, and I love and I am very thankful of how you're working in all these teenagers' lives. And let's do this. Amen.
Amen.
And by the way, guys, I eat raw potatoes. I love raw potatoes, but I guess I shouldn't. Janelle, look at your face. Like, they're so good.
And those other things, I can imagine eating raw, but potatoes are just like biting in.
Yes, yes. Put a little bit of salt on them. They're good to go. All right, guys. So I'm going to share my testimony with you guys. There, now I'm in the middle. You may hear my dogs barking. I'm sorry. So yeah, I, like Janelle said, is we met at Tres Dias, and actually March 15th of last year was when I was saved. But I'm going to go through a little bit about my history. I am in recovery. I drank and did drugs, and it started at 9 years old. My parents were going through a divorce. I just felt different than everybody else, and I was introduced to huffing, and I did that for a while until a friend died from it. And then I stopped. But my drug use went on for many years, and drinking went on for many years. I dropped out of high school when I was in 9th grade. My parents gave me a choice to either work or drop out, and money was important. Chemicals were more important to me. And I always felt a void growing up because both my parents were addicts. So I just
put up your speaker. It like keeps going across and making noise.
Let's see.
Like hold it up to your mouth.
Is that better? Are you closer?
I think it's just like going across your chest.
All right. Yeah, I'm trying to put the other earbud in so it doesn't do that. There, how's that?
I think that's
good. Better?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I can hear you better too. All right, so back to this. There we go. Now I can see myself. So yeah, anyways, I used a lot of chemicals. I did not have no faith. I had an experience at a church that was really bad when I was 5 years old. And it turned me away. So yeah, I grew up with no faith. I was born a Lutheran, never went to church, nothing like that. So back to a little bit about my back history is my first treatment was when I was 14 years old. At that point, I was smoking weed, I was drinking, and I got caught at school smoking marijuana. So I had the choice to go to rehab or not go back to school or be in a public school. So I went to treatment, and days leading up to where I was going to treatment is I was introduced to methamphetamines. So of course, being a teenager and going to treatment, you think, oh my God, I'm going to have to be sober for the rest of my life, so that's how I got introduced to that. And then
did friends
I don't want to. Yes, actually what happened was a girl down the street, her house was about to be raided. So I kept 3 ounces of meth in my house. Wow. And then between 3 girls, one that was 8 months pregnant, we did 1 ounce of it. And that just really messed up my life. Like I got addicted from there. Um, and then I went to rehab and I ended up going to a sober school and I dropped out of that. Like, so basically, parents are supposed to keep you safe. You know, parents are supposed to love you and nurture you and just keep you safe. And I never had parents to keep me safe. And that just kind of led me down this road to where, yeah, I didn't sober up till I was 24 years old. Wow. And I started at 9 and now I'm 40. And, you know, with all that, I got into abusive relationships. All my relationships were so abusive and so controlling. And like, it wasn't even about the drugs. I ended up starting to get addicted to the chaos, you know, and just all the chaos around me, all the drama. That became more of addiction than drugs and alcohol. And during all that time, I went to 4 treatment centers. You know, there's 2 DWIs in my story. There was always this black hole inside of me, and I was trying to fill it. I was trying to fill it with whatever I could. In reality, it needs to be filled by God.
Yeah.
You know? And so yeah, I mean that was like the pattern of my life. Drugs, rehab, alcohol, rehab, abusive relationships over and over and over again. And then when I was 24, I want to tell you this really cool story. So this is where my faith kind of started to kick in. Is I got a DWI. I called the insurance. I got an attorney, called the insurance company, and they actually told me so let me back up. I quit doing meth December 13th of 2003. And the reason why is I was actually trying to commit suicide. Wow. And God intervened. Like it hurt. Thank God it hurt. So I turned the knife to the ground and I started screaming out for the Lord. Mind you, never believed. And I started yelling out like all my sins, like how I wasn't showing up for my family or anything like that. And
were you married?
No, I didn't get married till 2005. This was 2003. My husband was my best friend for 3 years. And then we ended up getting married. But so God told me at that moment, like, you're worthy. Because I was yelling out, I'm not worthy, I'm not this. And God was like, you're worthy. Like, that's what I heard. And I heard, go to the hospital, you know, tell them what's going on, and they're going to give you guidance. And they did. Like, they wouldn't even check me in. They were like, you need to go to AA and you need to leave your abusive boyfriend. So that was like my first encounter with God. And just knowing that there was a presence. I didn't know what the presence was, but it was God. And then, so anyways, I called the insurance company and they had told me in order for them to pay for treatment again, I had to go back out and use methamphetamines. And this was in January. And my attorney was like, absolutely not. So fast forward, my other God moment was, so my insurance company wouldn't pay for it. My attorney called me the next day and was like, get your stuff ready. You're going to check on a treatment center. A guy named Steve is picking you up. I'm like, what? And I was like, how did this happen? And he was like, I was at my Bible study praying for you out loud. And this guy was like, I have the perfect treatment center for her to go to. So that was another God moment. Like throughout my whole youth, God was showing up right after another. Like I should have been dead so many times. And I didn't die. So I went to rehab in March 4th of 2004 and I got sober. I ended up marrying my husband. I had 2 kids and like I attend AA. And at that point I stopped. I lost who I was. I wasn't Melissa anymore. I was a wife and I was a mom, and that was it. And after 7 years of sobriety, I relapsed. And then I got sober again. So my sober date is December 11th of 2011. So now I'm coasting through life. I'm being a mom. I'm doing AA. I'm doing everything I need to do. And I always believed in something bigger, a higher power. And so I have a stepdaughter, and her mom is just this beautiful Christian lady, and she prays for everybody. And I mean, her life is amazing. So I was always curious. And then I went to her. They kept bringing up Trace Diaz over and over and over again. She's been going since she lived in Georgia. And finally, I asked my daughter, I'm like, so what is this thing? Like, is it a cult? Is it what? And she's like, no, please just go. So finally, and me and my stepdaughter's mom are like best friends. So I went. She brought me on this. She's like, oh my God, Melissa, I've been praying for you to go for over a year. Look at how God showed up. So I go to Trace Diaz. I meet Janelle. I meet tons of women. But for me, I've always identified as only an addict alcoholic. I never identified as Melissa. If I was to meet you, boom, yep, I'm an ex-drug addict. Not I'm a wife, I have kids, nothing like that. So I was drawn to all the other addicts in the room. Well, what they do there is they pick where you sit. And I was like, Janelle was at my table, and I was like, oh God, oh no. Like, I felt so uncomfortable because there was only one other person there that I thought I related to.
Yeah.
So at this retreat, like, these women, like, totally, they're encouraging, they're loving, they're this. I've never had that. And there I struggled. Like, I wanted to be there for my husband, for my kids. I wanted to learn how to love them and how to be a better mom. And God stripped me raw there, like literally stripped me raw. Like, I found out that I'm a daughter of God.
Yeah.
I am point blank a daughter of God. And yeah, and I turned my life over to God that weekend. Just the things that went on that weekend were so amazing. Like, I cannot even express the power on that retreat, on the women's retreat. And so, our March 15th, I ended up being saved. And it was so amazing. And I was able to wipe my past away. Like, that's what happened there is I stripped my past. I no longer identified as an alcoholic addict. What I learned there is it's just a part of my story. Just a part of my story. That's it. And I get to actually share it with women and everybody, but I don't have to have shame.
Right.
And that's the thing. That's what God removes is shame and guilt.
Yeah.
Straight up, like, for real. I was like, I can't believe this is ever going to be removed. And it was. So for the last year, what's been going on in my life is blessings are just coming one after another. Like, I struggle with kids with autism and ADHD. I have it. I'm bipolar. I don't even want to say I'm bipolar because it's another part of
Identifying you.
Yeah. Like, I'm not going to put myself in a box. And I am in a women's group now, and these women, like, I've never had friends like this.
Yeah.
Ever in my whole entire life. I haven't. And these women just took me in, and they love me, and we pray for one another. I'm just like, what is going on here, But my life is just absolutely changed since I found Jesus. And I never thought that I'd be one to be like, Jesus this, Jesus that, you know? But I want to carry that on in my family, you know? I want to set an example for my children. I just want, I have this so intimate relationship with him. Like, for instance, I watched Passion of the Christ the other night.
Woo!
And yes, girl, yes. Everybody was like, you have to watch it. I literally bawled my eyes
Yep.
out. Like
Every time I watch it.
my relationship, I thought I had a deep connection with God and with Jesus or whatever until I watched that movie just a couple nights ago. Like
Yeah.
every being in my body felt like I was there with him.
Yeah.
And that every, you know, whip that he had to take and everything he did for us, to me, like it was showing that day. Like, I don't want to say I was on the surface Christian, but I don't even know how to explain it. But watching him go through that, like I felt this love like I've never felt before.
Yeah.
Um, you know, that it was just amazing. So basically my life is totally different. I don't wake up struggling every day, you know, wondering what's going to come crashing down, if I'm ever going to use again. I wake up with peace and happiness and this connection with God and with others. That's one thing, is it has me show up differently.
So good.
In differently with my kids, with my husband, with people on the streets. You know, like I struggled my whole entire life trying to find a purpose. Really, honestly, like I went with the crowd. Like, okay, well, so and so is doing that. I'm gonna adapt to that person. Like I had a mask my whole entire life, and God stripped that mask away, and just was like, Melissa, sit still. You're Melissa. Like, I love you no matter what, no matter who abandons you in life, I'm always here,
Yeah.
you know? And like my kids, I struggle sometimes as a parent, but I can show up and I can be calm and just have God lead me. Um, yeah, I don't know. This is really weird with not seeing you guys.
I know.
So like I'm kind of nervous, but
to kind of end it and go into Melissa's still, like I said, she's gonna lead this small group, but for kids that are, they may identify themselves as I'm always going to be one who is in abusive relationships, or I'm always going to be a drug user or a pot smoker. I'm always going to be a bad student. What would you say to try and help them get out of that mindset? Or like what helped you?
You know, sorry. What helped me was, even at such a young age, like going to all those rehabs and then finally actually getting sober, was I really needed to start loving myself, and I had to not sit in my circumstances. You know, like I had to take control and fight the demons.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna lie, you know, but what I did do it with was support. Like, you have to talk about it. That's amazing that you guys go to Treehouse, but you have to verbalize that this is what's going on with me. And if you don't open up, like, all those crazy thoughts are still going to be there.
Yeah.
You know, and it's scary to reach out to people like I don't want to share my feelings. I don't want to share what's going on in my head. But you have to, you know, I mean, you really have to latch on to just one person. That's all it takes, is one person that can be an amazing influence in your life.
It's good.
You know? Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, with that.
And you're never, I just want to say, you're never going to continue to be a drug addict, continue to feel abandoned by your parents, to have that self-doubt, like it goes away. I promise it does. But it's that spiritual connection,
And it's a fight
you
of
know?
the mind. Like the Bible,
Yeah,
I say this
yeah,
to you guys all the time, be transformed by the renewing of your mind. Like you have to change your thoughts in order to
yes.
to who you want to be or who God sees you as. So with that, I want you guys to click the link. So the Google Meets link, Melissa, I just texted it to you. And you guys
Okay.
go to that now because we're gonna have small discussion time where Melissa's gonna you guys can ask Melissa questions. She's gonna ask a question and then you guys can answer. It's gonna be really good. So click the Google Meets link now. Ahora. Let me know if you can't find it, Melissa.
Okay.
Oh, why do I have to ask to join? I created this. Uh-oh. Hold on.
All right, I'm getting there. All right, and then put ask to join.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. Cool. Let me end this now.
It says I can't join while I'm on the call.
Yeah,